Come on into my kitchen, you guys. I'm going to be making imitation crab cakes. Oh yeah, made Sheila's Creations way. Stay tuned and you'll see what all goes in this awesome crab cake. Oh yeah, baby. So where my oh yeah babies at? First, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take half of this 2.5 pound of crab meat, and I'm going to be flaking it. And once I get it all flaked up, I'm going to add 3 large eggs. And I'm going to mix those large eggs in. And the reason why I'm mixing those large eggs in with the crab meat first is because I want to make sure that that egg mixture is binding with all of that crab meat. Now, I'm going to be adding some ingredients you may not see here at first, but I'll let you know exactly what all I will be putting in this crab cake. So, let's get started. Are y'all ready? Because this is going to be really, really easy. All right. Now, what we guys are going to do, as I said, we're going to go ahead and get these veggies washed up. We have red bell peppers, orange bell peppers, and we have a whole onion, which we're only going to use half, and we have 1 green onion. Now we're going to take and slice these up and then dice them up really fine. And once we get everything diced up, that means the peppers, the green onions, and the onion, half of the onion, we're going to put some vegetable oil in one of the fry pans, and we're going to fry these vegetables up till they get translucent. I'm going to also add, which you don't see pictured, I'm going to also add a 1/4 cup of carrots. Carrots is optional, but I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of carrots, and I'm going to let them saute along with these vegetables. I'm not going to add any seasonings in these vegetables. All the seasonings will be done in the one bowl when we bring it back to the table after we get all these vegetables cut up. So let's get into it. And also for that half of onion that I am using, I'm going to be zesting, getting as much juice out of that as I can before we get everything over to the stove. All right, so we got everything stir fried down. We're going to let that sit over and cool. And we're going to go ahead and grab that crab meat. And let's get into it. All right, so now we got those eggs in there. We're going to start adding our seasonings. I may add a couple other seasonings that you don't see pictured. You see that lemon over there? We're going to add, at the end, we're going to add about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice as well. So let's get into these ingredients, you guys. We're going to use some Creole seasoning. We got some paprika for color, some dill weed, some celery seed, some Thai fish sauce. We have a little bit of red pepper flakes we're going to put in there. We got some lemon pepper. We got some mustard. We have some mayo. We have just an abundance of stuff we're going to put in here. We're going to also add some dried minced onion and some dried minced garlic and some garlic powder and powdered onion. So just keep that in mind when you're adding this to your recipe. Also have the ground black pepper as well. Now we're going to get all this mixed up, and we're going to add about 12 to 14, about half a pack of Ritz crackers. Now, once we get all this done, we're going to let it sit and marry. We're going to let it sit and marry. We're not going to roll anything up yet. We're going to let it sit and marry. And then add in your fresh vegetables that you stir fried. and then let everything sit and marry for about an hour at room temperature. Do not refrigerate this. Once you get everything nice and merry and you come back to it, everything tastes good to come back to it. Now you're ready to go ahead and get your panko and your cornstarch ready. So I'm lining up my parchment paper. I'm going to make patties, but before I do that, I'm going to add about 3/4 cups of panko and a 1/2 cup of the cornstarch. And that is going to make sure that everything binds, and when you fry it up, be nice and crispy and succulent, tender, juicy on the inside. And then we're going to add that 2-hour crab patty. We're going to add that 2-hour crab patty mix. And then we're going to make patties. I'll probably make between maybe 10 to 12. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to make them a little bigger, but if you make regular size patties, you should be able to make at least 12 nice size ones. If you want them a little larger, you can probably get about 10 out of here. So let's go ahead and we're going to get our cornstarch and panko bread mixed together. And we are going to make some patties. And once these patties are made, you guys, we're going to put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour before we bring them to the skillet and before we fry them in our vegetable oil. All right, so the patties are all made. I have them stacked and they're ready to go in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour. All right, so I have the patties out of the refrigerator and we have the grease on the stove heating up, and we're getting ready to fry us some crab cakes. All right, so we have our eye set on between 9 and 8, which is a medium high, and the grease is ready. We're going to go ahead and start putting our crab cakes in the hot grease. And they don't cook that long. You just want them to get them a nice golden brown sear, because you're going to be flipping them over. So I would say about 3 minutes per each side. Make sure to have some napkins so you can put them on the grease so they can drain. And just be careful with the hot oil because it's very hot. And we're going to go ahead and fry these up. And when they get done, we'll flip them over. I think the first batch I'm going to make here, I'm going to have a total of 4 in here. And then the last batch, I'm going to try and, the pan is that nice forged in fire pan that's as seen on TV. So I am going to be putting the last 6 in here. And then we're going to bring it to the counter and let you see what we got. And don't forget, if y'all haven't already, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to our channel and hit me up in the comment section below. Become one of my oh yeah babies and let me know if you want to try this. May Sheila's Creations way crab cakes.